Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Tyler, and welcome to a different video today. This is going to be a video on how to successfully remove an engine from any model car that you got. This is specifically for a 68 Charger, but it could work with any other model. It's really simple, and it just takes basic knowledge on how to put these things together. So if you guys like this video, let me know, and I'll give you guys more tips. I got another model coming in Wednesday, and I will be making a video on that, and I will show you guys and let you guys know step by step what I'm doing. All right, here we go. So firstly, really all you need to do is just remove access things that you don't exactly necessarily need. And this just so happened to be one of the things is the wheels. Now, another thing that I do want to mention is that this was one of my very first model cars that I actually bought with my own money and that I built by myself without any help, which is why this car isn't exactly in the good shape. It went through a modification about a week or so after it was done to turn it into a four-wheel drive Charger, which actually it didn't look half bad, but it's just caked in paint and it just doesn't look good, which is why I decided to just use the engine and stuff, because the engine and everything was good with a couple of mistakes and it just needed to be taken care of as soon as I possibly could have gotten it taken care of. Now, with taking apart these things, you actually want to be careful with what you want to use. Now, the reason that I actually took the engine out was because I was going to be using it for another project. You kind of want to keep these parts in good condition and like not break them as much as possible, because you never know if you might need them in the future if you lose another part from another model that you just got. And I'm kind of, right now, I'm feeling how the engine is sitting, and I realized that it wasn't connected to one of the supports. So I just needed to kind of figure out what it was getting stuck on, like what support it was, and then I just needed to cut the engine out. So as you see right here, I just removed the drive shaft to get it disattached from the transmission. I'm not going to be needing that anymore, and I got the engine loose, as you can see, but it's not quite sliding out. Later figured out that it was stuck on the radiator, which is a big deal because with the belts and how fragile belts can be on these models, I don't want to accidentally snap one of the belts, because the model that I'm using this engine for, it's going to be an open engine. It's going to be an open hood model, so every little detail counts to keep this car's engine just as nice as it possibly can be. I also do want to say, just please be careful when we're using these knives, because these knives are very sharp with the tiny little blade that they got, and one little screw up can lead you to bleeding through your thumb or through a finger, and that's a lot of blood. So just be careful when you guys are using these. Clearly something just happened. I'm not exactly sure what happened here. As you can tell, I'm trying to figure out what just went on. And I think I just kind of moved the chassis around a little bit, just cut off a little extra piece that I didn't really need in the first place. Now, obviously, you guys can tell that I'm pretty skinny, so some of this force that I'm putting down, it may not be as much force as you guys want to put down, but I also make sure that I don't put down too much force, because it could break, it could cause the blade to get, like, snap or something, and it could cause something to go up in the air flying, for example, the blade, and, like, my head gets down, and I'm obviously very focused very hard on what I'm doing. So I just make sure that I am putting enough pressure down, but I'm not putting enough pressure down to make it where I could be in possible danger. So this was the moment where I actually realized that I popped out the fan cover, which is actually what my intentional plan was. It was to pop out the fan cover, and I thought I would be able to pull the engine out, which you guys are going to see right now. That would be a big mistake on thinking that that was going to be that easy. At this point, I realized that it wasn't just the fan cover, it was the entire radiator that was blocking the engine from getting out. So that radiator is caked in paint and a lot of model glue, so it's going to take a second for me to get that out. So I think I'm just going to make it go a little bit faster and kind of get things to go by a little bit quicker for you guys, so you guys can move on with your day. And I just popped out the radiator right there. Now, as you guys can see, there was a lot of glue on that, so it did take quite a bit of force, and I think I might have damaged the radiator a little bit. So just, again, be careful when doing this, and be careful, just make sure that you have a little bit of experience, a little bit of common sense. I hope that you guys would have that if you guys are building these. So the engine just easily pops out with a little bit of force from the transmission being stuck on the chassis transmission support. So, and that would be it for this video. I like doing these videos. I actually think it's very interesting. Like I said, I'll be getting another model Wednesday. If you guys want to know anything else on how to do these things, how to make models the way that I do, or just any general tips, then let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you guys in the next one. My name is Tyler. See you guys later. Let me know, guys, if you guys want to see me do a walkthrough of building the other model that I plan on getting Wednesday, and I'll get back to you guys in the next one. Later.